Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Sitting next to me is James John, one of the most likable, funny, caring human beings. And he puts on a great act. It's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
He sells that better than anybody I know because I can see him as John Candy. Ha, 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 ha.
Love John Candy, by the way, man.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
There you go, man. Them crazy Canadians.
When Steve Martin looks over and he imagines John Candy's the devil.
Devil. That's the best.
There are no new movies. New movies suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
They suck. And if you want to know, they go, oh, the theaters are empty because you're not giving us anything. You're not giving us anything. And if you're one of these high-end actors who go, I'm going to do this great indie movie, everything else, we're not going.
They're really not.
Because you know what? They're not
really
fun.
Not, man.
You want to do a good indie? Think Pulp Fiction.
There you go.
Stop doing Wuthering Heights.
It's coming.
Jane Eyre's, we don't care.
No more period films.
No more period films.
No, we don't want those. Yeah.
Bored.
Yeah.
Bored.
Is there any movie you saw recently that you enjoyed?
I'm embarrassed to say this.
Come on. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
The newest Predator movie.
Yes. Yeah, we're all shaking our head. It was good.
It was good.
My wife's sitting there going, this is
good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
It was good.
It was good.
But nothing else. Nothing else. And if you don't, Jeff, what do you know? I go to 45 movies a year minimum.
Yes.
Minimum.
Yes.
And you're going to go, you need to get a life. I have too much of a life.
Yeah, you do. You see everything.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Oh.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. And I've been wanting to ask you this on camera for a long time as a comic book creator and writer. When it comes to directors taking over a Marvel property or any comic book property, should they get to know the source material?
Yes.
Thank you.
You should be required to read it.
You should be required to understand, to get in the mindset of the fans who've been supporting us for years.
I'm gonna give it to you for every one of you a-holes, directors, and you know who you are. I hate you.
Okay.
I hate you on levels you can't imagine. Why? Because you're a jerk off. You are an absolute piece of crap. You know why? Because I'm going to give you exactly why you're a piece of crap. You guys who refuse to read the source material, I wanted my own take on it. Okay. You wanted the benefit of doing Wolverine without knowing who Wolverine is?
Correct.
What's the odds of you doing Romeo and Juliet and not reading Romeo and Juliet?
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't want Shakespeare to affect me. Liar. You're liars, you're BS artists, and all you want to do is take advantage of a property and, I created this. You didn't create the property. Half the people are going because they know who the character is.
Correct.
Don't screw with us that much. That doesn't mean you can't alter characters. That doesn't mean you can't change, certain aspects. I don't care whether the web shooters or it comes naturally. You know why Peter Parker's great? Because he can't afford his rent. Correct. You know how I know he can't afford his rent? Because I've seen him worry about paying his rent.
Yes.
Hundreds of times.
Yes.
Or having to cover Aunt May's bills. That's why Peter Parker was great.
Yes.
Sorry about that, man.
No, that's good. That was, come on behalf of all comic book fans out there, thank you for saying that, man.
Here's how you write. You got to be a storyteller. I have a cool idea.
Okay.
No. Writing isn't I have a cool idea.
It's not.
Writing is telling the story that might wrap around a cool idea.
Okay.
But every story you've ever read has been written before.
I get that.
We've changed it around. We've given life to it in a different way.
Got it.
I know my ending. Like one of the tricks most writers can do is when we look at something, we go, okay, what's the ending? Where do we go? How did we get there? And we start seeing the story and we start seeing the universe. And slowly it's like Google, things start moving around. You go, okay, click, 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 click. And you're seeing this whole environment. Like if I said, and we've never done this before, we can agree with this. You said to me, Jeff, write a comic book about me.
Oh, dear God.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how do I put Angie? You're a stand-up comedian. What if you're more than that?
Okay.
What if when you were a kid, you witnessed something bad and you did something bad to get out of something? You wound up killing somebody.
Got it.
When you were, let's say, 11.
Wow.
That this homeless guy, you were walking around, this homeless guy pulled a knife and you wound up, let's say, knocking him back.
Gotcha.
And he wound up getting a piece of rebarb stuck through his head or something like that.
And he's unalived. Yeah.
And you buried him and you ran. You're now 45 and they find the body.
Oh, wow.
And the DNA is hooked to you.
That's a story. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
How do I explain that?
And you have a family and everything else like that, but you also have this prosecutor who we found out that this homeless guy wasn't a homeless guy. He was just a drunk, but he was a cousin of the prosecutor.
Oh my God.
And they want you to.
They want me.
They want you
They
bad.
want me.
And you're like going, well, you realize when they brought you in that they made it look like you did all these things, and you realize this guy's going after you. You have no chance but to be on the road.
And there's no
And you got to run.
And there's no witnesses. So
Yeah.
I got nobody on my side.
Yep.
So what do I do?
So you're running. You know you buried the body.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's
So-
a good one right there,
Okay.
man.
That's a story we tell.
Uh-huh.
And now we've got, okay, what's the interest? What's the fact? What's all these things that play into it?
Mhm.
That's what a writer does. If you aren't seeing that in a movie or anything else like that, you realize somebody's just clicking things together.
Mhm.
Fight scene, da-da-da-da-da-da. Think about how many bad lines were in Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Oh, God.
And you had so many great actors.
Really? Truly?
Oh,
Truly.
and I could see the actor when the line was horrible.
You're like,
I can imagine the guy sitting on the set going, God, that's a bad line.
mm-hmm.
Do I have to say that?
Mm-hmm.
And they go, well, we're getting paid.
Think about this. You talk about great actors in that movie. Woody Harrelson is great at what he does.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Think about it. How many, movies, how many of these movie series is Woody Harrelson in that are like blockbuster?
Brilliant.
He's in a bunch of different
Brilliant.
things, man.
Brilliant actor.
Yeah. So how hard, in your experience after writing so much, how hard do you think it is to make a decent movie? Not even great.
It's not hard.
It's not.
We give it to people who shouldn't have them.
Got it.
And there's also a second issue. They go, well, these are the same guys who wrote the first movie. There's a responsibility when they say, we want more. If you're just writing it because you're getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
The only way they make sequels better now is, we spend more money, we blow more stuff up.
That's what the formula is.
We're not going to make the story better.
No, it's not the writing.
And we're actually going to copy most what we did instead
Already.
of flipping it. Because all these movies are the same. They go, well, the audience wants to see this. No, we don't.
No.
Okay, let me be a lawyer for 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Legally screwed. I got hit by a car while legally crossing the street. Driver's insurance won't cover my injuries. What are my legal options now? And it says Florida. Oh, yeah.
Some of these insurance companies, not good people. Now, you've set up a couple of facts for me already. And as a lawyer, this is how we do this. We got to look at our facts. You said I was legally crossing the street.
Legally, not
Okay.
jaywalking.
Which
yes.
means I had the right of way.
Correct.
That's what you told me.
Yes.
Cases are built on three things. One, who's responsible?
Got it.
Okay. Already admitted they're not responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Two, what are your damages? And three, how much insurance is available?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the three things that normally an attorney thinks about.
Gotcha.
Okay. First off, you've said that I legally crossed the road. So you failed me.
Yes.
You hurt me. You're negligent. You're responsible for my injuries. You had a duty not to do what you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're covered there. Second,
Your insurance.
what are the damages?
Yeah. I don't know exactly the damages, but I know it costs something because this person's saying the insurance won't cover my injuries.
Okay. So I'm injured. They won't cover it, whether the injuries are I broke a leg, my rehab, my medicals, my lost wages, my future damages.
Ooh, I didn't even think about all that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Those are all come in as far as damages go.
Yes. And how can
and he has insurance because they've turned him down.
How can that be though? Explain that part to us who don't
How they
understand.
turned him down?
How they turn you down when your client did something bad to me.
Okay. It's their job.
They try to not to pay.
Okay. Here's what an insurance company is. Nope.
Wow.
We don't care about you.
We want your money. We want your.
Insurance companies are investment companies.
Got it.
All the money that you pay in your dues gets invested.
Yes.
And it stays invested until they have to give it back.
And they don't like giving it back.
They don't like giving it back.
Okay.
So if they save, imagine this, they delay every case by 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it's 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
How about 1 hour? I delay giving you this money by 1 hour. What is the interest rate on, let's say, $50 billion that's sitting in an account
Oh my God.
for 1 day?
Got it.
Divide, let's say it's 5%. Well, we know they're probably getting 8% on their money,
Mhm.
7 to 8% on their money. So you're talking about 70,000 for every million. Okay. Now, a billion is 1,000 billion. So 1,000 times divided by 360.
My job is to keep that money as long as I can, not pay it to you.
We even have algorithms that tell me how long I should delay it. or tell me how much I shouldn't pay and try to cut a break because we need that extra $10 or $20 per million cases.
So I just learned something in a second. I mean, it's obvious, but it just occurred to me. I should say that. As a personal injury attorney, you fight insurance companies.
Yes.
That's
we
what
don't
you
fight
do.
people.
You don't fight people.
No.
You fight insurance companies.
Yes. We fight companies. The person doesn't, let's say I cause the accident and I tell my insurance company, I did it. Please pay them. They're going, no.
I don't care.
We don't care. It's not you. You don't make that decision. We do.
Wow.
And we're going to drag this out as long as we financially see a benefit to doing it. Dang. And that's how they do it. So this is all about dragging it out.
Got it.
Now, sometimes they'll even call you. They call, hey, how you doing? Are you all fine? If we give you $2,000 now, are you good?
$2,000?
And people will settle in that
they
first
don't know.
week. They don't know.
They don't know.
And then once they sign it, they'll call an attorney. They go, my back's hurting me now.
But you signed.
You're done.
Signed away.
Yep. Always call an attorney.
I agreed.
Yep.
Now I'm learning that. So I know you faced that before.
Many times, every day.
Yeah. So how do you get it out of them?
You go to trial.
Got it.
Now, here's the thing. The insurance companies, they know who goes to trial and who doesn't.
They know what lawyers usually...
They have a database.
Okay.
So when they pull me up, they pull our firm up, they go, yeah, these guys go.
He's going to go. Yeah.
Even if they lose, they go.
They're still going to go. Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to lose to win later.
Got it.
And that's what we do. And it's more expensive. And there are a lot of attorneys who have never tried a case.
How does that work?
They get to a point where they can't do it anymore, and then they just feed it off to another lawyer.
You're done. Oh, they just push it. I'm done.
Yeah. Nothing upsets me more than when I see a high-rated law firm when they're going, this is a big firm. I go, they don't try any cases.
No.
And I realize, they just have good advertising. I mean, we were at a point where we were filing on 30% of our cases, while the average was 3%.
Damn it.
So we were 10 times above the average. And it did change the way insurance companies treated us. And you have to do that.
Gotcha.
And that's in any area. Like when you're a criminal defense attorney, the same thing. If you don't go to trial, you didn't get good deals.
Gotcha.
Now, the prosecutors will give you a good deal if they know you're going. But as a prosecutor, I worked at the prosecutor's office in Miami. I worked at the public defender's office. I was a private. Everyone knows the attorneys who don't go. And their clients get screwed because of it. And the same thing applies to accident cases.
And people don't do their research.
Right. They don't know.
Gotcha. And here's my last question about this, and we can wrap it up. Insurance companies are not all created equal. There are some that you see with
garbage,
with cartoon mascots.
A lot of cartoons.
And you can tell, we'll take anybody. We'll take, and that you should be wary, right?
Your insurance is garbage. And when these people hit you, it's garbage.
Got it.
Got it. And there are big celebrities who are pushing these really terrible.
Because they pay them well, but they don't pay. Yeah.
Anytime you see this insurance company, you know the person who they hit is screwed.
Got it. So people, what he's saying is choose your lawyer wisely and choose your insurance wisely.
And we'll be back in a few, unless we're sued by the insurance company, which I'd have fun with. This is my law partner, Craig Lind, discussing the issues of the day, upsetting people all over the world.
Are there issues of the day upsetting people all over the world?
Yes. Netflix got into an agreement with Warner Brothers Discovery to buy Warner Brothers Discovery.
So Netflix is going to buy Warner Brothers?
That's the intention.
Sure.
Paramount comes out of nowhere and goes, hey, you don't want to, we wanted to negotiate with you to buy it. Suddenly you have this Netflix deal. We're going to do this. We're going to give you $110 billion or more, which is like 30 billion more than what Netflix is thinking.
So Paramount, not even privy to the negotiation between Netflix and Warner Brothers, just shows up and says, hey, you guys are negotiating over something. How about I just come in and step all over it?
Problem is Netflix has a kind of a pseudo deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, Paramount's come in and offered an extra 30 billion. The guys who run Warner Brothers are like, well, we have a deal going, because they can't screw it up, because I think there's a $5 billion screw up clause if one of them does anything weird during the negotiations. Now, how do they turn down 30 billion?
They can't. If they do, don't their shareholders have some kind of...
See?
Yeah, I know you agreed to negotiate with these guys, but somebody came in and outbid them.
You are not looking in our best interest
So
anymore.
pay the $5 billion penalty and take the extra $30 billion. You net a plus $25 billion.
Could you imagine getting $5 billion just because you got kicked out of the deal?
That's a good consolation prize.
If I'm Netflix, I'm going,
That's a decent consolation
Who
prize.
owns Star Trek?
Well, you can buy a couple of countries
Paramount,
for
damn
$5 billion, right?
Okay. You could make some good money off. Imagine the deal you can make off of $5 billion. Just add $5 billion to your revenue that year for nothing.
Hey, you can buy countries.
Certain countries, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about what you can do as a shareholder if this is happening. And they go, no, we can't negotiate with Paramount because we have this deal with Netflix and everything else like that. I think as a shareholder, I can immediately file a federal lawsuit on it.
They call it, what, a derivative action? Is that what they call that?
A derivative action. Look at us being all legal. A derivative action because you are not looking out in our best interest anymore because you're willing to take $25 billion less. Now, here's the weird part about it.
So the board owes the shareholders a duty.
Yes.
Right? So what duty do they owe the shareholders?
To a fiduciary duty.
And that's a legit contractual right you have when you are a shareholder.
Now, I'm going to say something even cuter. The stock last year was around $9 a share, not moving. 9, 10, 11, not moving. And I've held this stock for a long period of time. I am actually a legitimate shareholder. I didn't buy it like recently. I've been stuck in the stock. Now the stock
you're getting offered 3 times its value?
Oh, even better now.
Or more.
It's now up. It was up to like $20 a share about a month or two ago. Now it's up to $28 a share. That is the Netflix amount of the deal. $28.
Right.
The Paramount is $31. So they're shafting me out of $3 per share. Oh my God.
So when you bring these derivative
I can
suits,
file a lawsuit.
How close do you have to be?
This is about me now. Hold on. It's about me now. I actually, I didn't think about this. I have a right.
You could sue for $3.
We could sue.
For $3.
We could sue. $3 a share? Yeah. Could you imagine them buying me out? Here's your money. No, I don't want to be bought out.
Here's your 10 shares.
Here's your 10 shares. Right now, Warner Brothers is selling at $29.72 a share. Okay? I have 948 shares. So believe it or not, currently right now, I have some significant cash in Warner Brothers, but it's selling at $2 below the offer made by Paramount. So I guess I could be the doo-doo in the punch bowl and file a derivative suit if I want to, because yes, it's a significant amount of money for me.
Is there something for the board of directors to hang their hat on? Is it just money? Can they say, yeah, we went with a numerically inferior offer, but it had more things on the backside, or that particular company has a known history of running companies like ours into the ground, and yeah, it would look sweet for 6 months, but 3 years from now, all of our shareholders would be bankrupt because they lost all their money. Does the board have anything like that as a defense to stopping just the raw best bidder?
Will Netflix make Warner Brothers better? No, they just want Warner Brothers assets to be able to put on their network for, let's say, nothing, because then they won't be paying for it, other than the amount they paid for the company in itself.
Jeff, this will directly affect you because can you still be Batman like you say all the time?
Would they sue me? They'd probably sue me. Netflix might sue me because I use that line. I'm Batman. And maybe they sue me now because they're upset because of what I'm saying. But Netflix doesn't own them. So yeah, there's a couple things on the line here. Would Paramount, who owns Paramount Streaming, suffer? Yeah, Paramount Streaming is a much inferior product to HBO, or it's called Max. It used to be called HBO Max, and then Max. Now it's back to HBO Max. Definitely. I think that Paramount
HBO is part of Paramount's library.
HBO is part of Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers library. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So whoever acquires Warner Brothers gets all of the DC. Yes. They get all the HBO too.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they get all the Warner Brothers.
And so this
assets.
would be an upgrade for Paramount's like punching above its weight, kind of, by trying to get Warner Brothers.
Well, because they own Star Trek, and now they also own Harry Potter, and they own DC. So yes, they'll actually do more with it than I think Netflix would do with it. The Netflix, they produce some of their own stuff, but they don't produce a lot of it. You know, they say HBO producers, and they just means that they cut a deal to put it on. But there's a lot of complex stuff when you talk about it. But I think personally that if you're given a choice, you've got to go with the higher bid. I mean, that's what happened to Disney. When Disney wanted to buy Fox, at the last minute, somebody came in and tried to overbid him, and Disney wound up having to pay a lot more money for Fox. So I think that's what might happen. Netflix, to be able to stay in the deal, might have to match Paramount.
Well, yeah, they would have to.
They might have to.
Negotiating good faith means we'll give you your best offer.
And as a shareholder, knowing that I could sue, and then they're responsible for it.
So you're predicting it's all over. It's all over. Netflix is going to end up paying more than Paramount for Warner Brothers.
It's on the table, yeah. I think, but so here's the problem: our government doesn't want to okay it, though.
Kaufman has guaranteed that the stock of Paramount is about to go up. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers is about to go up $3.
It'll go up $2 at least.
$3. $2 to Kaufman.
$2.
So go buy as much Warner Brothers stock
because wait,
as
hold
you
on
can.
a second. I just realized something. If I do that, then I might be pumping up the stock, and since I'm an owner, that would be. I get in trouble for that.
Are you insider trading right now?
No, I'm the opposite. I'm the outsider trading. What I think is going to play out like this, I think our government doesn't want this deal to go down. So I think.
What does our government have to do with it?
They have to okay it.
Says who?
A big corporate deal like this? You know how many corporate deals are kiboshed by our government because they go, no, you have a monopoly.
You can't have monopoly in certain industries like utilities,
and also in this
but
entertainment,
movies.
Oh, you think Apple could buy Disney? Stop it.
How would that violate the antitrust?
Because they own too much. Share is too high. You own too much of the market. Unfair competition.
They just come in and bully their way around and say, oh, no, you're not going to do it.
Welcome to our government.
No kidding.
Yep. Do it all the time.
That's the fight we should take.
No, I don't want to mess with the government. I never mess with the government. I love the government. Government is my friend. I don't screw around. I don't piss off the government. I'll sue government entities, but I'm not going after the government. Government's too big. They've been killing people for decades.
Since Kennedy.
Since Kennedy. I don't trust anybody anymore. And now we know where the money is.
Where's the money?
Oh, it's everywhere. You know,
we don't know where it is.
USAID.
Oh, that. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Did anybody know what USAID was? You and I had no clue what USAID was.
No.
2 years ago.
Not until they caught them just handing out money like it was
candy. I think they always knew. But they were benefiting so much by it that both sides.
Oh, both sides were benefiting. Yeah. That's why that you can't have an outsider come in. Because especially a rich outsider, because he doesn't need the money.
Yeah. He was going.
So you have somebody come in, he shuts the tap off for everybody, Republicans and Democrats who are going to the trough. Now it's drying up. No wonder they all hate him.
Do you love when they say, hey, do you know where this money is? No. But we didn't take the money. Okay, do you know where it is? No. But we didn't do anything funny with money. But do you know where it is? No. Well, isn't that funny that you don't know where it is? No.
We're not supposed to know.
Are we being screwed with?
Yes.
I mean, you're talking when they said $1 billion, they're missing billions.
Oh, $1 billion is a drop in the bucket.
Billions. So those who don't know what $1 billion is, okay, look me in the face. When you see $1 billion, it's not a big deal. $1 billion is 1,000 million. Okay? I know that was confusing for some, because some of you out there thought it was 10. Some of you might have thought it was 100. 1,000 million. How hard is it to lose $1 million? Much less 1,000 million. 40 cubic square feet.
So like a U-Haul.
Yeah.
20 by 20.
Yeah. That's 1 million. So 1,000 U-Hauls of cash times the multiple billions. So we somehow lost, let's just say, 50,000 U-Hauls of money. That's almost a whole city of cars.
That's a lot.
How do you lose it? Oh, no fraud involved there. It's not like one truck drove off the lot. And they're going, well, it's digital, Jeff.
Well, they're writing checks to everybody.
Digital?
Isn't there an electronic transfer trail with all that money?
Yes, of course.
Isn't that what Elon Musk and Doge was doing? They were finding where it all went.
Of course there is. See, we're getting scammed. It's all a big scam. I quite don't even know what to deal with it now.
Do we get it back?
No. Oh, it never comes back.
The best we can do is just stop it from happening again.
Remember when we owned a title company?
Oh, yeah.
And we got robbed?
Oh, yeah.
About $6 million. It was 2 loans for $3 million each. And
for our title insurance company, yes, I remember.
And it was $6 million. It was 2 loans for $3 million each. And they said, we got the people. And they were like these 2 low-level people who went to jail for like a year. And the FBI came to us and they were like going, hey, it's a huge organized, but we got 2 of the people. Mm-hmm. And we found out that the 2 of the people were going to do like 1 to 2 years total. But they weren't the people who were doing it.
Right. They didn't have the money.
They didn't have the money. I'm like going, we don't know where the money went. I'm going, somebody knows where the money went.
Oh, yeah.
And that was $6 million. Now imagine the level of our government just did that to us.
Times 1,000.
2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I mean, I didn't know we did that with money. I knew you could probably sneak 5 to 10 million, because I watch movies, but I never know that you can unload a couple billion. A couple billion. But I guess, that can happen. Today we have actress, model, and humanitarian Angie Everhart. Angie, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning.
Morning. Now I've heard people set goals before, but this is amazing. You were trying to promote a program called 100 billion meals challenge. That's 1,000 million. See, people they think they know what a billion is until they actually do the math.
That's so funny. Well, if you know anything about Tony Robbins, you have to excuse me. Yeah. I was at a Tony Robbins conference last week and I left my voice in Palm Beach. So, but if you know anything about Tony Robbins, he doesn't do anything small.
No.
Mm-hmm. So yes, we're doing today at noon. You can tune in to www.100billionmeals.org and you can see the show. So we are going for 100 billion meals. And my company at Baraganics, I'm one of the first companies that signed on to help Tony and Sage. And for every purchase, we also donate a meal, and that will go on forever in perpetuity.
That's amazing, because I've actually seen Tony speak a couple times, and I know he's been doing the meal as part of, if you sign up with his, like, for example, the business can sign up. You can get a bunch of training programs, and part of your fee goes to those programs.
Yes, they're such wonderful people. I mean, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. He saved young girls from slavery, and he actually painted his face and went into the jungle and went there. Now for the 100 billion meals, he was like, I could do 1 billion meals, but why stop at 1 billion meals? And then he goes like 10 billion meals. And then, so now he's like, let's go for 100 billion meals. I bet he's going to make it. What do you think?
You know what? One thing about Tony, but first off, if you don't know Tony Robbins is about 6'7". I mean, he's a big dude. I actually was in the military and walked through the jungle. I can't imagine looking behind me and seeing some dude 6'7", right? He's not blending. I don't care how much camo he's putting on.
Like Tony, I would be scared too.
Yeah. The one thing he always says is, Tony always talks about, making goals big, trying to make them achievable, but always going big, maxing out. And I think he was probably the beginner of, because you hear the term 10X used a lot and everything else like that. But, he's really the one who said, push it as far as you can. And I assume you got involved with Tony's business because you've been involved with Tony in the past.
Actually, I got involved in 100 billion meals before I ever did anything with Tony. I had never done any of his seminars. A girlfriend came to me and said, who is working with Tony closely, and she said, would your company be interested in doing 100 billion meals? And we're 2 years old. So, I had been actively looking for some give back for our company and that, because that's my initiative. When I first came on, because the company didn't have it, and I was like, we've got to find something, guys. Come on, and I was in a hurry. And she said it to me, and I was like, yes. And she's like, wait, you want to hear more? And I went, no, yes, I'm in. We are a nutritional food business. It's full circle. We get Tony Robbins. I'm like, giving back. We want to feed the world. Like for me, a nutritional food business, people buy our food and then we feed the hungry. So I have been hungry in my lifetime, and it's no fun. It is when somebody reaches out to help you in your time of need. It is the most humbling experience, and very, very, the kindness in the world is, you really feel it. So at this Christmas time, please, people, it's www.100billionmeals.org. You sign on, you watch the show for free. You want to give $10, you can actually be part of the show. You could be there with Janet Jackson. Oh gosh, who else is going to be there? Come on, call some names out. Dr. Dre, Janet Jackson, Melissa Etheridge. I heard a hint of Bon Jovi, maybe. Our DMC. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, don't people don't realize when you go to these conferences or when you have to speak, because I've been on the radio sometimes 4 or 5 hours at a time. You don't realize how quick that voice can leave. I think you were probably thinking, oh, this is going to be too hard. And then afterwards you're going, why can't I speak?
It actually happened about 2 days after I left the conference.
Yeah.
And yes. So, and I went to the doctor yesterday. I'm cleared to go, but nothing. I just have strained vocal cords, if you can believe it.
Now, when people say, oh, I've gone hungry, they don't really understand. They think, oh, that's just something people say. But I mean, you've had issues dealing with health. And one thing that when I was reading your bio, it's so amazing to me that we don't have health care now that won't bankrupt people, that won't put people, in the toilet on something where you're going, oh, it's just so painful that our country's in that state right now.
So, this is kind of an embarrassing story, but after I had worked for so many years, I had a business manager who stole all my money.
Ooh.
And he did it to myself, Tom Arnold, Jerry Bruckheimer. Maybe I'm calling them out, but wow. He stole everything from me. So I came home one day, I lost my home. I couldn't buy gas. I had no money for food. I was stuck. I didn't even have $10. And I had worked my entire life, and somebody came in and stole everything from me. And I was already, I was past my prime, I should say, of making the big money. But, it wasn't like it was different. So everybody has their own. And I had no money. I had no money for food. I was too embarrassed to tell anybody. And it was a very, very rough time in my life. Lost everything. And I had a friend reach out and help me and came over and bought me groceries. And I found that to be the kindest thing in the world. And because I didn't have dinner. I hadn't eaten in like 2 days. And so, we have hunger across America in the greatest country in the world. Yeah. And I'd like to be a part. And I am a part of helping Tony, helping give back in a real way. And people, it's actually going to people. We are feeding people. It's not going to some CEO somewhere. Tony doesn't need the money.
Yeah. How tough is that? Because people don't realize when you're down. And first off, you're just grateful that the people in your life weren't just a bunch of hanger-on and some people were offering help and everything. I mean, I can't imagine that time for you when you realize, wait a minute, all these people, none of them were really my friend. And now I have this handful of people that I really care about. I mean, how difficult is that to realize? I mean, that just must be devastating.
So look at it this way. Out of every bad situation comes something good. So I learned the value of friendship. I learned the value of $1. And I learned the graciousness of giving. And that's, these are very important lessons to learn in life, is when you're down and out and people actually help you, then, I wanted to pay that forward. So that's, and then I had a son. became a part of the best club in the world, is the Moms Club. And, and then he opened my eyes and my heart to something, completely special. Sorry, I'm moving around. I start talking about my son and my camera starts going crazy. Sorry.
No. I get it. I was sitting there, I'm watching this camera shake around a little bit, and I've never
I'm
done an interview
holding it.
where I've done this. And I was like going,
Sorry.
I'm going, yeah, my producer, I put a lot on. I'm like, you got this, right, Dave? And he's looking at me going, I don't know.
Is it moving too much?
We're better now. It's just a funny life. Now I have a child. She wants to be an actress. She wants to go into this business, and as a father, some of it makes me sick because I know how tough it could be with everything you're dealing. You got the Harvey Weinsteins out there. You got people who do crazy things to you. I mean, what advice would you give? Because you were not only an actress, but being a model, I'm sure you took a lot of crap too.
Look, you have to have street smarts. Try not to get yourself into bad situations. I don't know what to tell you on that question.
When you say get these meals together, I mean, I can't even imagine the everything that goes into that. You have to get your networks, you have to be able to get your trucks, your distribution. How does that actually work out?
I'm actually not part of the distribution team. So
Cents is 1 week. 10 cents.
I'm not there when they deliver, which that will change because I just became part of it. But for me, every time someone purchases a box of coffee, we donate a meal. So no matter what people buy from us, we donate a meal. So if you go on to bearorganics.com, you put in Tony 100, anything you buy off of bearorganics.com will get donated. For every one box that you buy, we will donate a meal.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't, as you get older, you wonder about how you can contribute to the world. And I know you've been involved with a lot of charities and everything else like that. How humbling is it to be that you could be part of something that could do something like this monumental?
So when I got cancer back in 2012, it was 2019, something like that, 2012, I had to change my lifestyle. I had to make sure that what I was putting in my body was very healthy. And I don't sound very healthy right now, but I literally just lost my voice. In 2012, I got cancer, so I had to reevaluate my life and check. And it really pushed me to start eating better. And so I took my thyroid out, which caused a whole slew of problems, especially a woman of my age.
Yeah.
No thyroid, menopausal, but Bear Organics was absolutely the perfect timing for it. It popped in my lap at the right time. So we have 5 brands: Bear Organics, Super Organics, Probiogen. We have actually 3 new probiotics that are launching in Walmart, which I'm proud of. And those will have the 100 Billion Meals logo on the box because they're new products coming out. So I'm super thrilled with that. And it's timing in life, and it's the right time for me to be giving back and doing something more for people out there. I've got the experience.
Yeah, it's, when you go through what you've gone through, and I'm sure some of our listeners are going to be like, when they go, why are you laughing about thyroids and everything else like that? I said, they don't realize you also do this podcast and the John Lovitz Theater, and you've done all these things. So, laughing about problems that happen in your life, I'm sure is just a necessity. And I do it all the time myself. And as a stand-up comedian, we laugh all the time about, our worst moments. So for those listeners,
you want me to sit here and cry?
No. That's what I mean.
Barbara Walters?
No, absolutely not. It's not like a Roy
Firestone. I'm not going to cry about my problems. That's not my personality. When I got cancer, I gave myself one day. I had one big pity party, bought a bottle of Jack Daniels, had a girlfriend over, and I was like, This sucks. This sucks. Woe's me. And the next day I woke up with a hell of a hangover and an attitude like F cancer. And sorry of the listeners, but that's just me. So I was like, F cancer, cancer. I can say that because cancer. And you know, and that's how I am. I don't wallow or waller or whatever the word is.
Oh, you're right. It's wallow.
You know, I try to elevate my state so that I'm in a better place. Why, you know, if you sit and say I'm going to die from cancer, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, am I laughing? I wasn't quite laughing then, but I'm laughing now because I'm cancer free and I'm out here, you know, doing good in the world and feeding some people today. www.100billionmeals.org. Check it out.
You know, I know you said you just went to see one of Tony's events and everything else, but I've seen a bunch. You know, it wouldn't hurt if you know, got on a couple stages to explain to people what it's like to be a survivor too. You know, you seem pretty good at it.
You know, they call them, you know, TED Talks.
Yeah.
I could do a Tony talk.
There you go. Well, thank you so much. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being out there doing what you are for the world. And I think it will make a significant difference. So it was great talking to you.
I hope so. I hope we reach the goal. 100. Again, it's 100billionmeals.org. Sign on. It's $10. If you want to actually be a part of the show, you can be a part of the making of the show. And it would go to a great, hold the camera still, Angie. It'll go to a great cause.
Well, you take care. It was good talking to you. Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyounneedus.com.